you were talking about the Wilder fight and the referee at the end of the 6th round. When you guys rewatched that fight and going into the 7th, when he stops the fight and gives Wilder a little breather, do you think that had any effect on the outcome of the fight or just the momentum swing of the fight?
Que cuando usted le diste a Wilder esa pela en ese asalto y después cuando comenzó el próximo asalto el referee paró la pelea por un segundo, mentira, el doctor paró la pelea por unos 30-40 segundos, que si usted piensa que eso lo ayudó a él, que si lo ayudó a los dos, ¿usted qué piensa de eso?
Lo ayudó a él, claro, eso lo ayudó a él bastante. Son cosas del destino, eso...
He says that yes, of course it helped him.
Right.
It was very obvious.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you know, destiny wasn't on his side. But he benefited too. So it wasn't like it was just Wilder. He benefited from the break as well, and he obviously used the break. So right. So and had it been the other way around, that's where he believes it would have been flip-flop. Had it been the other way around, they wouldn't have given him the time. They would have let him just jump right on him, and they would have stopped it somewhere in that barrage of the fight. Had Wilder been hitting Lewis that way, they would have stopped the fight.
Is it something that you noticed in the corner during the fight? Did you notice that since the momentum was swinging your way, that something like that could have happened with the referee? Or
I did, and I asked what happened, but you know, they had no answers for it at the moment, and or even after the fight. And it wasn't until they thought about it later what they were doing, and now they're trying to do it in every fight moving forward in New York. I guess, you know, it's protocol now, but it started even before then. But there's no excuses. You know, it is what it is. He was doing fine. The punches did have an effect in the 5th round when he was hurt. That takes an effect. It's a heavyweight boxing, so that had an effect, and that drew from the power, you know, supply. And then when he let everything go in that 7th round, that drained him completely. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to recover. Wilder was able to recover and capitalize. But at the end of the day, the mistakes that he made, we will correct. And it was impossible to correct happening at the moment. He wasn't even zoned in. He was focused on ripping Wilder's head off in the next round. And it was like talking to a wall. So it was just impossible to get him back to where we were on planet Earth. You know, he had told me that he already saw himself the WBC world champion. He saw himself already knocking Joshua out, the undisputed world champion. In that split second, he saw it all, and he went for it. You know, so it's hard to get that back. Experience gets that back. He lived it, he breathed it, he went through it. Now, round 2, the go around. If it happens again, which it will, is a very precise puncher. It will happen again. It won't be the same outcome.
And you know, he's 28-1. A lot of people don't realize 28-1. He's still in the mix with the top heavyweights, and this is like one of the most exciting times in the heavyweight division. Can you ask him how he feels to be within the mix of all the top heavyweights?
Que estás 29 peleas, una perdida, estás en los primeros 2-3 del mundo. Todavía eres uno de los mejores heavyweights en el planeta. ¿Cómo usted se siente siendo eso y estando en esa posición ahora mismo?
Lo mío es llegar a la meta, que es la de ser campeón.
Humbly speaking, he doesn't really think too much about that. You know, obviously he knows it because people have told him. But his day-to-day doesn't revolve around that he's number 1, he's number 5, he's number 6, he's number anything. His day-to-day is his family. He comes to do the work because it is what he does for a living, and it is, you know, a professional at it. And it is how his family obviously is being taken care of. But his main goal and only goal in life is to become the heavyweight champion. And that will take out and that will play out, and that's what he focuses on. It's not number 1, number 4, number 2, none of that. If he's heavyweight champion and they consider him number 50 in the world, he's fine. He's heavyweight champion.
Does he think that Fury is going to be able to stay away from Wilder's right hand at all?
¿Tú piensas que Fury va a poder evitar la derecha de Wilder toda la noche?
And let's say
he says it's boxing, anything's possible, but very doubtful by the look.
So anything's possible. Let's say Fury does win a decision and they set up a fight between him and Fury. How does he see that playing out?
Si gana Fury, hace una pelea contigo y con Fury, ¿cómo tú ves eso pasando? That might be a little too far in the future, but he wants to kill everybody.
Anybody.
Yeah.